For involving in international marketing, a company has several choices. Each stage subsequently requires more investment globally and entails more risk. The five major ways of entering a foreign market are exporting, licensing and franchising, forming joint ventures, and then finally moving on to FDIs or opening up own foreign direct investment. Remember that the other name for this entrance to the other nation is commonly said as mode of entry or entry strategies. So if you see a question anywhere that says that what is the Adidas choice in or what is the Adidas mode of entry choice in moving to India? So by mode of entry, it means that how Adidas went to the Indian market, how it got involved in international market where it chose India as its host country. So the first stage is the nominal stage, and it is the very first step towards a global business. In this stage, the risk is quite less, okay, because you are not getting very much involved in the business internationally. The first concept is exporting. In exporting, you basically make product in your home country and then sell it to the host country. And importing is where you sell products at home that are made in a foreign location. So most organization will start doing business globally this way, especially if they are very skeptical about what might happen in the international market. They would not want to take very much risk. So they're going to involve themselves in very small international activities like exporting or importing. So, export is an international business transaction in which the goods and services are produced in home and they are sold in the other country. It is really not a matter of concern of the businessman what product it can export or how it is sent. It can be sent by shipping or air freight or carried in personal luggage. Just one thing that is very important other than those concerned is as long as the product is produced at home and sold at a different country, it is export. Okay. How it is sent or what type of product is not going to define what export is. Export is about making product in your home country and selling it to another location. So example would be our ready-made garment sector where it makes products that are shipped into many European and USA market. So export is one component of international trade. The other component is import. In import, goods and services are brought by the consumers of a country, and these goods and services are produced at a foreign country. So, example, we can import foreign fruits like avocado or kiwi. We can have button mushroom, salmon fish, or we can also import MAC cosmetics, body shop cosmetics because they are not made in Bangladesh. They are made outside in a foreign location. Now, so how do organizations go global? That means how do they get involved with export or import? Because in an export business, there is no physical presence of a company's employees outside the company's country. That means these employees are sent on a regular basis for business trip to work things out with the other party there or the agents or dealers residing in a different country, but they are not going to be sent to live in a host country. In order to do more in depth work of sales, the company usually will hire a foreign agent or a broker. So, to handle manufacturing, many contract with a foreign firm to produce the organization's product. For example, in Bangladesh, a lot of ready-made companies they work directly with a buyer outside, and some companies they also take subcontracts for foreign buyers. So they are involved in international marketing because they are using some of these small companies in Bangladesh for subcontracting their products because maybe their capacity has overflown. So the foreign company is not really selling their business in Bangladesh or selling their product in Bangladesh, but they're still involved in international business. But in export, that is what we do. We produce in one market and we sell in the other market. Our involvement is very minimum because we are not going somewhere and setting up our production facility. We are either doing the sale with hiring sales representative in the market, and for that we may have a small office, but mostly this work is done through the foreign agents or brokers. Now, export and import together make up the balance of trade or trade balance. So, when a country exports more than it can import, it has a trade surplus. And when a country is importing more than its export, then it has a trade deficit. A government of a country would want a balance. They would never want a trade deficit because that puts them into a very vulnerable position economically, and that is also very threatening in the face of international politics. So, one example is here where US export, import, and trade balance is shown, and this record is from 2018, where you see that US's trade balance is quite having a deficit. How? Because in USA they imported 1.6 trillion in goods between January and August in 2018. Businesses and during the same period it exported that they can make better than any other country, or so that created a deficit they have of competitive advantage where competitors don't have that kind of advantage. So you can see the monthly background from January to August in this Let's chart. Look at some of the examples. So, like USA was facing trade deficit at that time. Kenya, Jamaica, and Colombia, they have the right climate to grow coffee. So naturally, their climate is a condition where best coffee can be grown. So they have an edge of over exporting coffee to other parts of the world. India's population is also